Nothing can make me mad out here.
Paperboy!
Oh!
Milkman!
Piano lady!
Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another edition of American Pickerman. This is season 8, episode number 7. And now you're probably saying, hey Joe, what happened to episode number 6? Because episode number 7 here is playing and you haven't even put up episode number 6 yet. Well, let me tell you why episode 6 isn't playing. I use a editing software called Power Director. I think it's 10 or 11. I don't know. No, it's not the most recent version. No, my computer at work isn't, top of the line, but it's a pretty decent computer. And for whatever reason now, every time so with episode 6, I'm about, let's call it a third of the way through the process, and all of a sudden I go to save it, and it gets up to 20% saved, and that locks up. So everything I've done previous to that, I just have to shut it down, go into Task Manager, shut it down, and then boot it back up, and then of course everything that I've done is gone. I got to start over again. So I've been trying doing little bits, a little teeny bit, do one little thing, and then shut her down, save it, shut her down. It's locking up every time I do anything. So I don't know what the problem is, if it's the software's got a problem, if my computer's got a problem, if they both got a problem. Regardless, I've got a problem now, and that is that I'm not getting through episode number 6. So I don't know if I'm going to have to start that one all over. I don't know if I got too much extra media that I tend to put in there. Maybe I've just, eclipsed, gone over the top, and I've done too much, and I need to back it off a little bit. So this episode, since we're already 2-3 weeks behind, no bonus material. No bonus material. That's what I say now, but we'll see. But I'm going to try just to edit this one, get out my pauses and my reach downs for more product and stuff, and just get this up there so that you've got something to see. Nick Hills and Andrea. Nick was kind enough to invite me on to his Tat Chat show a couple weeks ago. I've got a whole bunch of new subscribers all of a sudden, so thank you, Nick. You're golden, mate. So with all these new subscribers and everything, and for the old subscribers, I got to get stuff up more frequently. And so this is just going to be a quick episode of what I've got. It's July 3rd right now. It would have been my dad's birthday. I guess it is his dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. So not a great weekend. Holiday weekends typically aren't that great, and this one, was not different at all. So I'll show you what I got this past weekend, and actually the weekend before, and then whenever you get to see episode number 6 is going to be like 3 weeks ago, which is going to be confusing, because if you didn't watch this episode before you watch episode 6, which will eventually be turning up, and then you'll watch 6, and then you'll watch 7, and you'll say, why is he talking about 7 being up before? Anyway, now I'm getting all convoluted. Let's just show you what I got, shall I? So a couple weeks ago, picked up a, you can see it right there. So hard to point. No, there, down, there. It's a Wii Fit. Wii Fit board and Wii, and for $20, 20 or yeah, I think it was 20. So it came with that, with the Wii, with the Fit board, and a good number of games. I swear I had autofocus turned off, and yet there it is, autofocusing. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can adjust this while we're on the fly here. Okay. Are we and we're still recording? And are we autofocusing? We're done with that stuff. Still flickering on the light adjust. That's okay. All right. Anyway, so here's the games. I got nothing fantastic. Probably the. I already pulled a Mario Kart out of here, so it's still autofocusing. So I'm not going to mess with it. We got to get this show done. Got to get her on the network, on the YouTube. So anyway, not a whole lot of exciting games there. All probably under $5. Got the U-Draw Studio, and if you look back there, right there, that's the U-Draw pad thing to it too. So good deal for $15-20, whatever the heck it was, for all that. And then Saturday, because it's Monday, Saturday went out. No, this was on Friday. Would have been the 1st of July, I guess. Went to a yard sale, and this lady had this. A big bag full of Wii, which you don't always see. Look, there's the sticker, $20, and I got it for $15. Kind of ballsy. I mean, this was a lot of equipment here for $20, but she said yes. I didn't argue, so I got the Wii, all the all the basic components and everything. Got a brand new sensor bar, never been removed, so I don't know if the sensor bar that's loose in here has a problem or not. We'll have to test all that out, but if it is still good, then I've got a brand new sensor bar that I can sell for around 20 bucks, and that gets it all back. It's, it's got the steering wheel controllers, another controller in here. Looks like you got root beer or coffee spilled all over it. We'll have to clean that up a little bit. Anyway, some nunchuck controllers, everything's in there. And just a pile of games. And again, these were all the games that were also in that bag. So a nice, look at 2 Mario Karts. That's about 15 bucks a piece, I think, still. And again, nothing fantastic. They're all around $5 games. So, but put them out as a lot with the Wii system, and you've got yourself a decent chunk of change. So that's a good deal for 15 bucks. Going to be bopping in and out a little bit here. Anyway, for $5, picked up this. It's a TI 83 Plus calculator. Always a solid find. I think they're still going for $20, $25, especially when school's about to start up, which, another couple months. One thing to check, if I haven't mentioned it before, on any calculator, is always check the battery compartment to see how, I'm not even going to say to see if there's any acid damage, because there's almost always acid damage. I've probably 75% of these calculators that I bought have got some battery acid leakage in it. I don't know why. I can buy a flashlight from the 1950s and it still has 2 Rayovac or Eveready basic batteries in it, looking like brand new, which you can also sell, by the way. And these batteries probably haven't even hit their expiration date, and they're already leaking like a sieve. So anyway, keep an eye out for that, and if it's too bad, stay away from it. This will probably clean up just fine, and I'll get the 20, 25 bucks for it. So always a solid find there. Not yesterday. We'll call it Saturday, 2 days ago. See, I made money on this one as soon as I bought it, and here's something I do, and maybe it's Weasley. Call it Weasley if you want. See, insert a picture of Ron Weasley or a clip of Ron Weasley. No, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Gonna fight the urge. Anyway, whenever I'm looking at jewelry, like people typically they'll just have a bunch of jewelry strewn about on a table or whatever, and rather than pick up a piece and say, how much do you want for this particular piece that now you know that I've looked at it for 5 minutes, it's sterling or gold or it has some value to it, I will just leave them kind of all on the table and say, how much are these pieces of jewelry? Getting them to commit to some basic overall price. And most people will say quarter, 50 cents, a dollar, whatever. Some people will take the, some are 50 cents, some are more expensive. So you got to take your chances. Anyway, I asked this lady how much were the jewelry pieces, and she came over and she said, a quarter a piece. Well, and this isn't my fault that people don't look at their jewelry. See, here it is, just a ugly old kind of 60s, 70s necklace. You'd have to have a pretty thick wrist there for that to be a bracelet. Anyway, so it's a 1886 Morgan silver dollar, and it's a real coin. They plated it in gold or something that looks like gold, so I'm sure that affects the collectible value of it. But as a piece of sterling, it's still worth 15. I don't know what gold is at, $15, $17 an ounce right there. So I got and even if for no other value, I've got for 25 cents, I got a dollar coin. So that was fun, wasn't it? I had fun. Yeah. Anyway, that was the only piece of jewelry I got from that lady, because everything else was kind of crap. And what else? Move on. Oh, not sure how this got in there. Bought this a couple months ago, just to listen along the way. Elton John Greatest Hits. And on Saturday also, for $5, got all these. Well, how much? There. Got to be careful. These are scissors. No running. These are all Scotch titanium scissors. For 50 cents a piece, I bought 5 or 10 sets, so $5. And I said, will you throw in the ultimate, or not the ultimate, the disc golf disc, because I get out and do that every once in a while. And if I don't lose one, I'll knacker one into a fence or something. Anyway, it's always good to have a spare disc to lose. Anyway, and I will. So anyway, these go for about $3 a piece. So I'm thinking I'll just maybe break it up into a couple lots, 5 a piece for 20 bucks, and make some decent money on that. Kind of a weird find, but it's not a collectible, which I'm normally looking for, but you can't pass up easy money, right? Okay, prepare for a little confusion here. I'm going to have a sip of coffee because this one's going to get convoluted. So, 3 weeks ago, I went to a yard sale, And that's what episode 6 is going to be about, because I got a lot of stuff from that yard sale. Very cool sale. And this was part of what that sale was, but this has been sitting in my trunk since that time, and you're only getting to see it now because I went into my trunk to get stuff to show you on today's show. So that's as convoluted as I'm going to get. It's a Nyland payloader. It is missing like a smokestack right here. Other than that, it's just a little dirty. But overall, still in fairly nice condition. And I paid 10 on this guy, and I think these go for around 30. So kind of a pain to ship. Somebody's going to pay a good amount of shipping on that unless I sell it local. But part of that good find, which you'll see hopefully in just a week or so. And now I've got to run out to my car and get another couple of pieces. So you hang tight whilst I pause.
Oh, tiptoe through the window, by the window, that is where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me.
Okay, I'm back. I'm not sure what I gave you to watch whilst I was... I'm so idiot. Anyway, I'm not sure what I put on there for you to watch while I was gone, but hope you enjoyed it. At the same sale where I got the Nyland truck there, payloader, I got this Patriot shoes for discriminating men. Discriminating men only buy Patriot shoes. It's a sign. Sadly, it's missing one of the edges, but this looks like kind of just like... All right, I'm going to try one more time to shut off this autofocus. That's what I'm going to do. Now. Hey, good Lord. So blurry. Alright, let's see if that helps. Better? Maybe? Okay, anyway, so it's a sign. It's supposed to... Let me see, you got the, the nasty outlet right there. I'm not even sure what that is. I don't know what that is. Is there some weird bulb supposed to go on in there? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to sell it as is. I'm so angry right now. Look at how angry I am. I'm just exploding. So it's missing this, but this looks like typically just some kind of basic picture frame molding. So might be able to either maybe replace the... nope, I'm going to sell it just as it is. As is to whoever wants it. Couldn't find any information on this. I paid $5 for it, hoping to get maybe 30. Who knows? And then, on Friday, July 1, went to a garage sale, picked up this pile of stuff right here. The guy said he paid $600 for it originally. What will you offer me? My favorite words in the world. What will you give me for it? Anyway, so I hemmed and hawed and said, how about $10? You know, trying not to get beat up by the guy, big feller. Anyway, he said, well, how about 20? And he said, if you come back Saturday and it's still here, I'll give it to you for 10. But, you know, played that game before and lost too many times. So I went to my car, checked it on eBay, quickly went back into the garage. Fortunately, he had been, moseying around with other customers and stuff. Didn't notice that I went out and checked pricing. Because sometimes that bothers people. I think. It would bother me. Anyway, so I said, how about 15? Meet me in the middle. How would you take 15? He said, okay. So I got all this for $15. So it's a flight controller system. Oh, and it is stuck inside this little milk crate. Pretty good. Oh, there we go. It's the yoke. Here's the yoke. It's the Pro Flight Yoke System by Saytech, or Cytec, not sure how you say that. And we are tangled. So there it is. So it's kind of cool. You know, it's got the yoke that spring-loaded, push in, pull out. It's got all the buttons, all the whistle, little LED readout there, LCD. So yeah, and I have no idea whether it works correctly, but it seems to be in decent shape. And he assured me it would. So why would he lie? So the yoke assembly, and here's the foot pedal. It's for to put your feet on and to drive your plane. So there's there's one little, the ProFlight rudder pedal software, and nothing for the yoke. So, and then there's a couple of clamps in there. Oh, and this part so you can go into light speed. Got to have your thrust thing there. There it is. So those all move. Ooh, light speed. And yeah. So, and it's got some little adjustment switches down there. Anyway, again, I hope it works good because I looked up the foot pedals went for 150 bucks, I think. The yoke thing went for 50 bucks or so. This I'll probably sell it all together and hopefully get around 300 bucks. So that's a pretty good find. And I believe that's, oh, hold on. Might be one more little thing here to end with a fizzle. Well, I don't know where it went, but somewhere there is a very short, very small 10 karat gold bracelet that I paid $1/4 for, so that's a good find any time you get a piece of gold. And then just this little piece, this little sterling, this is called a ring. Got a little rosebud on there or something, paid $1/4 for that. And that, it really, folks, is it. I just wanted to make this a quick one to get something up, you know, so because you're probably bored. It's the holiday weekend. What could be going on? So thanks for coming by. Look forward to episode 6 and then episode 8, but enjoy episode 7 for now. Stay tuned for updates on a few things that sold in the past week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and we'll see you in episode number 6 ASAP. Take care, everybody. Have a good 4th, and see ya.
Must suppress rage.
Come on, Angry Dad, get angry. Don't make me do a clip show.
Hello there, Flan Diddly Danders.
Hey, Homer, I've been singing your praises all day. Marge said we could have choir practice in your house tonight.